What's good, family? It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Broadcasting Community. Shout out to the Louisiana All-American Sports Network. And shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about more transfer portal news. Word on the curb is that former Southern University starting quarterback and Scotlandville High product, Zavan ZT is transferring to Grambling. I'm not shocked by that news. All these quarterbacks that's heading into the portal, I'm surprised more of them didn't choose Grambling as the destination that they would prefer to go to. The reason being is because Miles Crawley, Grambling State University quarterback, that was picked to be the preseason All-SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. He is declared for the NFL draft. And as a result, there's really no incumbent starting quarterback going back to Grambling. So truthfully speaking, I thought more players would have headed towards Grambling. But the initial reports, like the rumor innuendo, was that Zay was supposed to be headed towards West Virginia, which was, no disrespect to him, stupid to me from the standpoint and perspective that Zay is a left-handed quarterback, but he is not Pat White. Rich Rodriguez, he's going back to West Virginia to be the head coach. The prototypical Rich Rod quarterback is, a wildcat quarterback, athletic, can throw a little bit, but is primarily a glorified running back. So Zay is a decent athlete. He is not on that caliber. He's not that caliber athlete. So it really didn't fit the narrative. So him going to Grambling, it makes a lot more sense than him allegedly going to West Virginia. So, it's going to be interesting to see if he becomes Grambling's starting quarterback. It kind of reminds me a lot of the situation in the 90s with Southern. At the time, Pete Richardson was the head coach, and he had a left-handed quarterback named Lionel Hayes. Lionel Nicholas was the running back from Donaldsonville. Lionel Hayes was the left-handed quarterback. He had Sam George at quarterback, and he had Marcus Jacoby. A lot of people, was critical. They thought we didn't like Marcus Jacoby because he was white. No, we didn't like Marcus Jacoby because he was trash. Because if Craig Nall would have transferred from LSU to Southern, we would have welcomed him with open arms because Craig Nall could play. Marcus Jacoby was trash. But anyway, Marcus Jacoby was starting quarterback at Southern, and George Steinbrenner's nephew, Matt Cornblaw, he was another trash white quarterback. He was starting quarterback at Grambling. From what I understand, people that was close to the program at the time, they was like it was more political with Coach Pete Richardson. He didn't legitimately believe that Marcus Jacoby gave him the best chance and best opportunity to win. They felt like he was the smartest quarterback. He knew the playbook the best, but he wasn't the best player. And, of course, Marcus Jacoby, at least according to him, allegedly, he endured a lot of racism when he was at Southern, and the players tried to sabotage him. They used to drop passes on purpose, things of that nature. When Matt Cornblaw was the starting quarterback at Grambling and Marcus Jacoby was the starting quarterback at Southern, in my honest opinion, I think that's the worst Bayou Classic I've ever been to. If we thought this shit was pedestrian and boring and lackluster, it was even more so the case then. In fact, it was so bad that Southern defensive players got a turnover. And instead of him pitching the ball backwards, a Grambling player was tackling him, and he fell and flipped the ball forward, acting like he fumbled the ball forward. Teammate picked it up, but of course, that was the whole holy roller rule. He had to bring it back from where he fumbled it forward. But anyway, after that season, eventually Sam George became Southern University starting quarterback, and Lionel Hayes, after that season, he transferred to Grambling. Back in those days, he had to sit out a year. He sat out a year, and when he did become the starting quarterback at Grambling, I'm not gonna lie, he did damage against Southern in the Classic. But even with that being said, Southern still came back and ended up winning the Bayou Classic that year. Very exciting Bayou Classic, probably like the second best Classic I've been in. Of course, the next year, Southern came back against Bruce Eugene in the Classic, but that's a whole nother story. Zavan ZT said in terms of him transferring from Southern to Grambling, it kind of reminds me a lot of Lionel Hayes. ZT said it's left-handed at the time. Lionel Hayes was left-handed. It's crazy. And of course, Zay, he went to Scotlandville High. So, that's next to Southern Lab, that's the closest. Of course, Southern Lab is on Southern University's campus. Scotlandville High is the next closest high school to Southern University's campus, aside from Southern Lab, which is on Southern campus. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out for Zavan ZT set at Grambling. Does he become Grambling's starting quarterback like Lionel Hayes did? At least the good thing for Zay in this particular instance, back in those days in the 90s, if you transferred to a school on the same level, you had to sit out a year. He does not have to sit out a year. I wish him well, wish him all the best. I mean, for the exception of when they play against Southern, and that's another story. But other than that, I wish Zavan ZT said well. Hopefully everything works out for him. Like I said, I want the best for him, for the exception of when he plays against Southern. And I'm just keeping it real. And also, yesterday I talked about Kelby Givens. Kelby Givens, not only was he the Coast SWAC Defensive Player of the Year, he made the FCS All-American team. And in addition to that, he became college football HBCU national defensive player of the year. So the next video, which was supposed to be this video, but the news with Zay kind of took precedence over that in terms of Kelby Givens. Where do you think Kelby Givens rank in terms of defensive ends or just defensive linemen in general in Southern's recent history? I'm not gonna lie, I did a Southern University top 5 defensive ends, and I'm not gonna lie, at the time, Kelby Givens wasn't on that list. At this point, based on the last couple of seasons he had this year and last year, I'm not gonna lie, he wreaking havoc on that list, and he probably gonna get the move way up on that list, based on what he does next year. But that's it for this video. If you find any value in this video, please like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Also click the notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I post any new videos. Also go check out my brother channel, Jared 11 Green, every Sunday, the Southern Baller Show. Go check him out. Also, my brother Brent Fox on his channel with his show called It's Just Me, starring Brent Fox. And lastly, go check out my brother 78 Sports TV. He has 2 channels. His primary channel is 78 Sports TV. His backup channel is the No 304 Show. So go check it out. Like I said, the next video I'm going to talk about Kelby Givens. I'm also going to do another Southern University recruiting video. And for my LDBC family members, I got a boxing video coming too. I put all the thing to Usyk. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Happy holidays to y'all. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening. Peace and blessings.